So it's the end of the year, which means only one thing, ranking the top five favorite movies of 2021. These are the movies I enjoyed the most. They might not have been the best in every aspect, but all these films definitely left a mark with me and something I'll be watching year after year. Real quick, I just want to mention my favorite short of the year, which is Far From the Tree. This short played in front of Encanto, which just missed the cut of my top 10 movies year, probably at number 11 or 12. Far From the Tree, though, is a sweet story about parenthood and how we can learn from a parent's mistakes and be better. You can check it out now on Disney Plus, streaming now. At number 10 is the movie Old by M. Night Shyamalan. This movie was highly anticipated for me because I've always been a big supporter of M. Night Shyamalan. I have enjoyed the effort he has made in his films to make all of them seem engaging and having that twist ending at the end. He started his career with a great thriller that he's still trying to top to this day. The expectation from fans wanting the twist ending has caused some of his films to be not well received at all times, but as a filmmaker, he delivers excellent pieces of work. Plus, Thomasin McKenzie in this movie stands out. I do believe Thomasin McKenzie would be an A-list actress one day in a few years, along with Haley Steinfeld. They're both great. The whole cast gives a great performance in this old movie, though, as the younger and older versions of the characters seem as one. And then the twist ending I thought was just okay, but the visuals and practical effects are some of the best I've seen in the movie this year. And that's where the movie shines and why it's in my top 10 of the year. And the number 9 spot is Stowaway. This is a Netflix film that took me by surprise, very small budget, very independent. It was one of those Netflix releases you see on the home screen, say to yourself, I guess I'll check this out, looks interesting. This is directed by Joe Pena. This movie explores the dilemma of the importance of human life and sacrifice. The movie presents a good case for both sides of the dilemma as you think to yourself what you would do in a similar situation. I'm excited to see the next film by Joe Pena as he continues to make film. I'm a big fan of Stowaway and his first film, Arctic, as well. The long anticipated sequel, A Quiet Place Part 2, takes my number 8 spot, as we had to wait over a year to see it because it got pushed back more and more as the time went on. But Quiet Place Part 2 picked up where the first one left off and expanded the world with new locations and new characters. John Krasinski does a superb job at creating suspense with use of sound. You're engaged and on the edge of your seat from start to finish because of the investment in the characters and wanting them to hunt and kill the aliens before the aliens kill them. Quiet Place 2 is streaming on Paramount Plus, so go watch it now. Next up is my number 7, which is Coda. I did not see this movie until way later after its release on Apple Plus. But this story focuses on a family in Massachusetts where Ruby Rose is the only hearing person in her family. Ruby is pressured to help her family over her own interests, and while she is finishing school and trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life, as she likes to sing, yet her family can't hear her. I enjoyed seeing how much heart and love each member of the family has for each other in this movie. The acting is also splendid as you have to portray the feelings through sign language, and what the communication looks like on screen is very interesting. This is just a new look at a family dynamic and the struggles that come with their disability. And then at number 6 on my list is Raya and the Last Dragon. This is the Disney animated film that was released on Disney Plus, while also having a theatrical run as well. I really hope this movie was a success financially because I would enjoy seeing a sequel in the near future. It was a great world to see. Raya and the Last Dragon is my favorite animated movie of the year, and it's the only one that makes my top 10 list this year, unfortunately. I found this story very engaging because of the attention to detail and constructing this fantasy world with dragons. And I really like the 5 tribes broken down and how Raya has to bring them all together. The cast of the characters' voices I thought were spot on too. Awkwafina is funny, yet not just there for laughs. She is there for comedic effect, but she also gives more to the character. The dragon Sishu, voiced by Awkwafina, seems dumb but has a lot of heart, which makes her actions meaningful. and the end result of what she grows into is very happy to see and very enjoyable to see. And now to start my top 5, we begin with Ghostbusters Afterlife. The sequel is a sequel to the original Ghostbusters film, which is a breath of fresh air. Sequels made today way too late usually fail and just lean on nostalgia. Although the original cast does make appearances, they are brief and actually contribute to the story. They come back to say iconic lines, then leave the room, and the new Ghostbusters are there to deliver and take over the capturing of ghosts and saving lives. This is a coming of age movie, as each kid is unique and make a well-rounded team. The standout here, though, is McKenna Grace, sorry, in the lead role. She delivers into a leader, and it's funny with each one of her dry joke deliveries that have me laughing each time. Coming in at the number 4 spot is Stillwater. Matt Damon gives a powerhouse performance worthy of an Oscar nomination, thanks to the direction and the writer Tom McCarthy. Previously, he directed the outstanding film Spotlight, in which he won the Best Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. Stillwater could bring him another Oscar, though, this year. The story is suspenseful, while Damon is keeping me on the edge of my seat as he tries to solve a mystery and adapt to new culture in the world. He's in France or Italy, I think. This is a straight up character study of Matt Damon's character, as you can see the justifications for his actions and how much he cares for himself and his family he's taken care of and his daughter. The number 3 movie on my list is Last Night in Soho. Thomasin McKenzie appears on the list again here, along with Anna Taylor-Joy in this co-lead kind of film, which is suspenseful and psychological mind trip of a movie directed by Edgar Wright. Like Stillwater, I hope this movie gets some love at the Oscars. Edgar Wright deserves a nomination, as well as the 2 lead actresses. The use of mirrors in this movie enhances the story so much, as you are compelled to watch what is on the screen and are just amazed by the technical aspect of how they filmed it. The story takes place in present day as well as 1960s London, which I love the 2 counter to that time period. And the soundtrack created by Edgar Wright adds to the story so much, as the music totally represents the time period of each setting in the movie. Now, I've listened to the soundtrack multiple times since seeing this movie and love it more and more each time. If you decide not to see this movie, at least listen to the soundtrack, because it's some great songs on it. And now just missing the number 1 spot, Pig, which comes in at number 2 on my list. Nicolas Cage is a great actor, and he shows it here. He gives his best performance I've seen in so long as Robin Feld at Truffle Farmer in Portland, Oregon. It seems Nicolas Cage is working with up-and-coming directors a lot, in this movie by Michael Sarnowski's debut feature. He is able to capture the essence of Portland, and we discover this underground high-end restaurant industry within Portland. I also have to shout out Alex Wolff in the film for his acting, as well as all the other actors in it as well. Everyone gave a really great performance alongside Nicolas Cage. Please go see this movie now if you have not. I believe you can purchase it on Amazon to rent or any other kind of purchase sites on the internet. So that's 1 through 9. Now I'll give some honorable mentions here real quick, just to read off some. Along with Encanto, we have Dune, The Guilty, Shang-Chi, The Last Duel, Plan B, Free Guy, and Mitchell's versus the Machines. And finally, at the number 1 spot is a recent movie I just reviewed that you can check out on my channel, Nightmare Alley, with Bradley Cooper and Guillermo del Toro directing. I was thoroughly impressed with this noir thriller. This movie is one of the best endings I've seen in a while also being very brutal and intense. And the practical effects and CGI is done incredibly well. To showcase the gruesomeness, the story has a definite end and start, as the film is split into 2 stories, which I really enjoyed, that can stand all on their own, but together they paint a beautiful picture of weakness and greed that forces the character into despair. It's still showing in theaters now. Go check it out. Thanks for watching this review, or this top 10 of 2021. Hope to see you next year with some more reviews.